Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is Monisha.Chandrashekhar, currently pursuing my engineering in Sri Venkateswara College of Engineering, Bangalore. I'm in first year cybersecurity in Galfin section. So today's topic is urban flood control, which comes under introduction to civil engineering. So let's begin the session. Urban flood control. Introduction. Urban floods are usually caused by a localized heavy rainfall. One of the major natural causes is heavy rainfall. As we all know, we live in cities, so the main reason is heavy rainfall. In urban areas, inadequate capacities of drains, encroachment of drain boundary, dispose of solid waste and debris into drains, asphyx asphalting or concreting of roads giving no scope for percolation of water due to laying of utility lines across water lines. Lack of awareness about the importance of waterways are the most important causes of urban flood. Since most of the people live in city, there's no much space for the water to go, like any of the drainage waters or any of the waters which stand in on road does not have particular place to go. If the this thing what if the drainage is blocked, all the water would stay on the road, which would cause to flood. So then next comes, now in order to capture the dynamics of the varying climate, weather and a dense network of sensors suitable for the urban environment is needed. Urban flood monitoring has to rely on in situ monitoring. Flood is a recurring disaster. This cannot be like it always occurs whenever there is heavy rain. So there's no particular solution for this. Whenever we get to know that the rain is gonna come or it's gonna rain, we need to take some precautions that like the drainage should be cleaned, or the water need to be driven into a particular area where like the water can be stored, or you can have any other idea where you can reduce the flowage of water inside the houses before it drains into. So let's move on. Objectives. The major objectives of the study are as follows. First is to identify the urban flood vulnerable areas in the study area. Second is to develop urban flood and water management systems with the adaptive capacity essential to keep flood risk at acceptable levels, however the climate changes. The third one is using stormwater management model. The extent of area which will be submerged by flood is obtained. Fourth one, hence proper measures can be considered in order to protect the low-lying areas from flood. Then the fifth one is create connectivity in urban flood and water planning and management systems. So these are the 5 objectives which we can follow and avoid flood. Urban flood management, some of the managements to create sponge city. Sponge city is one that can hold clean and drain water in the natural way using an ecological approach. Next, the second one is green rooftop garden. Green roof observes rainwater and help to mitigate flooding. It reduces stormwater runoff, and for the environment, it prevents combined sewer overflow. And the third one is separating rainwater from the sewer system in order to improve water management and protect the sewer system from damage. The separation enables the wastewater treatment plant to function properly without it being overburdened by large quantities of storm water. And the fourth one is sustainable drainage, which tells that permeable pavement, sidewalks, and gardens. Um, preparedness before flood impact, such as flood forecasting and warnings. And the sixth one is readiness upon flood arrival. And the seventh one is emergency responses during flood impact. Eighth one is recovery and rehabilitation after flood impact. Ninth one is multidisciplinary agencies like government, non-government, NGO, etc. All these departments are integrated and are involved to manage the flood. And the 10th one is construction of flood protection. So these are the measurements which we need to take before or after the flood is once has come into the city. Like if you do this, it can help most of the people to survive basically, and most of the properties or most of the vehicles or many other things can be saved from flood. So let's move on. Conclusion. uh, delineating the urban flood vulnerability zone, that is UFVZ aids in quick decision making for sustainable urban flood management. Second one is each thematic map were assigned with proper weightage through AHP technique and then integrated by weighted overlay analysis tool in GIS to prepare the UFVZ map to study areas. Basically, it helps where the flood is too much or not, where the flood is very less. And the third one is the map shows 42% of study area in prone to moderate flood vulnerability. The results indicate that in urban environmental study area, the flood disaster is more influenced by impacts anthropogenic impacts. The fourth one is the present work shows a simple and cost-effective empirical method for delineating flood vulnerability zones using remote sensing and GIS from the available data. And the fifth one and the last one is preparedness before the flood impact, such as flood forecasting and warnings. So this brings us to the end of this session. Thank you very much for listening to the video. So please do like, share, and subscribe. This would help me a lot. Thank you.